Truly a pivotal fight in the rapidly emerging careers of both men, Luis Torres and Orlando Zepeda. Torres said, Zepeda is the best opponent of my career. Zepeda said, I'm going to find out if he's the best opponent of my career. Round number one. Tonight's fight clock is presented by Marinaterra Hotel and Spa in beautiful San Carlos, Mexico.
Pair of southpaws.
Black and gold trunks for Luis Torres. Black and red trunks for Orlando Zepeda. Nothing on that jab, a tentative jab from the southpaw stance from Zepeda. To the body, right to the head goes Torres on the level change from his opponent Orlando Zepeda. Step in with the left hand. Torres showing the power again that has produced 6 knockout victories and 8 overall fights, again entering at a perfect 8-0. Left to the body. Torres right back out of range.
Yeah, both guys have on those rival gloves, and they're kind of like Cleto Reyes. They're kind of like their puncher's gloves. And there's a nice, that was a really nice straight left by Torres.
See the feint from Zepeda. Flicking the jab, nothing there. Left to the body, right to the body. Torres though pulling out of range. Torres really explodes into the pocket with his power.
What I like that Torres didn't do there was throw a shot. He was set up for, he was trying to set up for something, got in position and saw that it wasn't there and recoiled, did not throw the shot. Sometimes it's best not to throw the shot if it's not there.
125 remaining, round number one of our main event.
There's a lot of power that Torres can produce from that long, straight left hand.
Jab again, big overhand left. Bit audacious, misses from Torres, really opening up. Left to the body, right to the body. Slick from Orlando Zepeda.
Said his right hook to the body was his best shot. Off again, off that southpaw style, Zepeda told us. The left uppercut is the best shot for Torres.
Off the snap jab, uppercut can't find a home from Torres. Torres with the hook to the body, didn't quite land. That one did, so did the left hook to the body from Orlando Zepeda. Now 30 seconds remaining, round number one. Power on that left cross from Torres. Torres definitely throwing bigger here in round number one, Smitty.
Zepeda only a pair of knockouts in those 9 victories. Clearly on paper and with the eye test thus far, Torres the harder puncher of the two.
So our main event of the evening, in the lightweight division, scheduled for 8 rounds. A-side versus A-side, Luis Torres versus Orlando Zepeda. We will head to round 2. And Smitty, both fighters coming in, seeing themselves as the A-side, seeing themselves as the favorite.
Yeah, Zepeda was very confident. You know, he mentioned to me and was talking about the level of opposition. Now, Zepeda's opponents, 23 wins, 21 losses, 5 draws, compared to Torres' opponents, 72 wins, 88 losses, and 4 draws. Action in round 1, counter shot by Torres. Zepeda ducks under a shot, gets in, whips a hook. That one a little bit low, right to the, I like it though, right to the belt line there and on the hips, which will slow a fighter down. Good body work there by Zepeda.
Reminder coming up tonight, following RJJ Boxing, live right here on UFC Fight Pass from this very ring here in San Carlos, Mexico. Icon 2, it's Pro MMA, and it will feature the pro mixed martial arts debut of Frank Mir's daughter, Bellamir, as she faces Danielle Wynn, live right here on UFC Fight Pass. Round number 2 of our main event. Left hook to the body. There's the snap jab. Momentary audio difficulties for Smitty.
Well, you know about father-sons in boxing. You mentioned the Mir and his daughter. I can't even imagine my daughter having to fight, Meg Puff having to fight. I can't even imagine that.
We're used to seeing fathers in the corner in boxing. It's almost omnipresent. Not so much in MMA. Audio difficulties have been solved. Smitty, you're back with us. Back to the center of the ring go Torres and Zepeda. 1:45 remaining round number 2.
You know, we always talk about an orthodox facing a southpaw. I wonder how many times these guys as southpaws have faced another southpaw, because they're just looking at each other. There was about 10 seconds there where nothing happened. They just postured looking at each other.
Quick separation from referee Gabriel Lopez. Lopez telling both fighters, break when I say break. Or something pretty close to that. See the head movement of Torres. There's the good left hook. Left hook misses that time off the mark. Misses again.
Good defense by Zepeda there, avoiding those shots. And it takes a lot out of you when you swing and miss like that, Sean.
Torres definitely loading up that left hand. Lead right hook that time. Torres pulled it back. Zepeda looking fairly elusive here. 45 seconds remaining round number 2 as Zepeda goes to the body of Torres. Snap jab. Good left to the body. Good sequence left to the head from Torres.
Yeah, he got Zepeda's attention with some of those shots.
Goes again to the body, turning up the temperature here now. 25 seconds remaining round number 2.
Some of these shots that are missing by Torres would not be if he would use his right jab to set up these shots instead of just swinging for the fence with nothing in front of it to set it up and get your leverage and distance, more importantly, and the timing. DLT, distance, leverage, timing. Another swing and a miss. Missing a lot.
More misses in sequence. Zepeda now to the body. Torres. That last punch late. We move to round 3.
Now, I gave that round to Torres, but you could have given that round to Zepeda. I think the problem with most judges, especially if they don't do a lot of boxing, because I hear it say it's clean punching, effective aggressiveness, ring generalship, and defense. Most judges don't score defense or ring generalship at all. They simply leave it out of the equation. Either they've never boxed or they haven't studied that particular equation. Right now, we see both guys going at it. Good body work there by both fighters on the inside. Perhaps Torres getting the best of it. A lot of good defense, though. You see it there, slipping, avoiding shots by Zepeda. But some good damage done in there by Torres. At one point, I thought he really got the attention, but Zepeda has good defense and didn't get hit with that second and third clean shot. 2-zip Torres.
Start of round number 3. Both fighters from the southpaw stance. Zepeda bouncing himself off of the ring ropes, looking for leverage. Jab to the body.
I like the movement of Zepeda. He's slick.
Zepeda again, taking himself, bouncing off of the ring ropes. That time to effect. Exploded into the pocket, landed the body shots, then a left hook to the body from Luis Torres.
The problem with a fighter like Zepeda, who only has those 2 knockouts, if in fact he's semi-feather-fisted, he can't really get the attention of Torres, and Torres should start to come on with the power. We'll see. Again, the last fight that I called, he was taking the distance, taking the 10 rounds, which I thought at the time might do him some good, just because you like to get in the rounds. Again, far more experience Zepeda against. I liked it when I looked at some of his opponents. I liked his opponents a little bit better than I did Torres' opponents.
To the clinch. Separation from referee Gabriel Lopez. Definitely trying to keep this fight flowing. Stalking pressure now from Luis Torres. You see the lateral movement of Orlando Zepeda. Torres trying to cut off the ring. Left hook to the body, right hook to the head. Firing back to the body goes Zepeda. Smitty, both fighters definitely attacking their respective opponent's body.
Finally, Torres, what he did there was he just throw that jab before the shot. He did a good job of keeping him in place, keeping Zepeda in with hooks. But if he would just throw the jab like that, that'll really be a thing that can help you cut off the ring or position a guy, slow him down just enough to land the shot so he doesn't slide off the ropes. Nice little combination by Zepeda there.
Into the body, big left hook. 50 seconds remaining, round number 3. Orlando Zepeda not fully on his bike, but definitely a lot of backwards and lateral movement. Torres leading right now, make no mistake, but Zepeda having his moments in the pocket with those body shots. Clean right jab from Torres to the head. Swing and a miss. Back with a flurry to the body goes Orlando Zepeda. That was nice.
Yeah, the movement there created Torres to get off balance. There's good body work, good combination by Zepeda.
Torres now finds his back against the ropes once more. Zepeda looking to step in aggressively. Back to the body, he goes. Then to the head, overhand left misses from Torres. There's the bell. Next stop, round 4.
These are some very competitive rounds, picking up right where we left off in the last fight.
Roy Jones Jr. Boxing will be back here in San Carlos, Mexico, November 19th, live on UFC Fight Pass.
He attempted an up jab there, Zepeda did. Solis landed some good stuff at the beginning of the round, but I thought what Zepeda did later on, I actually gave him that round. Good defense, came on really strong with combinations like that at the end. And thus I gave him the round. Although my scoring hasn't impressed the judges here thus far. So far tonight they've been totally different than yours truly.
I think it's the other way around. Their judging has not impressed you, Smitty.
That probably is true, too.
Round number 4 of our main event.
But what that shows you, though, is we have really competitive action. That was kind of the way we set things up, and you and I were trying to, when we're working on our opening and what our thought process is, we both thought that it was really going to be these co-main and the main. We're really going to be competitive, and they really are. These are good young fighters. I mean, you don't hear me really picking on many mistakes that they're making. Obviously, they can improve on everything, Sean, but, I mean, these are good, solid pros. Their symmetry is good. Their offense is good. Their defense is responsible. They're busy. They're focused. It's great that RJJ Boxing, De La O Promotions, and we can have something like this in the midst of a pandemic. Because, by the way, there's so many fighters who, like the rest of the world, just are out of work. So this is great.
To the inside again goes Zepeda. To the surprise of no one, including Luis Torres. Zepeda back to the body. Right hand misses from Torres.
And that was an example where Zepeda landed 2 or 3, but you could just hear the thudding of those shots like that from Torres. And I got to feel that would impress the judges when they just hear the impactful shots from the guy who's the more powerful puncher.
Took again to the body from Zepeda.
In our last fight, it was Solis, and in this fight, so far, it's Torres.
Torres missing with the overhand right. Snap jab again, short right in the pocket from Zepeda, lands to the head.
5 shots by Zepeda there. Not all of them landed. 6 before Torres has yet to throw a shot, but yet usually when he throws one, it creates some noise. Like that.
1 minute remaining, round number 4. Short left in the right hand. There's the rear right uppercut. Turns into a front uppercut from Torres, resetting his feet back to his favorite southpaw stance, his natural southpaw stance. Torres again coming forward, and suddenly low for Orlando Zepeda. Good left hand on the head. Hands from Torres after the jab. There was some power, Smitty.
Yep, that straight left. He's got a really good straight left. He just doesn't quite know how to set it up like that. And it's because he doesn't have the consistency of his right jab.
Thudding lefts to the body from Zepeda. That's the end of round 4. Gorgeous look at the Sea of Cortez, also known as the Gulf of California, just behind our ring.
That is beautiful, isn't it? I couldn't see my monitor until the sun went down, and now I can. This is gorgeous. Did Chris do that on purpose? Did he put me to where I purposely couldn't see my monitor the whole time, or what?
Chris Gazzetta, our producer-director, doing his usual spectacular job for Roy Jones Jr. Boxing live on UFC Fight Pass.
You know what he did? I told him I wanted to work on my tan, so he did just that. He got the sun right on Smitty for the first half of this star. That's okay, though. I need a little tan.
The temperature just over 90 degrees Fahrenheit when we began. It was hot and humid, very pleasant right now. Across the halfway line of our main event, there was the bell, round number 5. Rapid fire start to this 5th round from Luis Torres.
I enjoyed interviewing both of these guys, and nobody's interviewed more world champions than I have, but these young kids, it's just fun, and I got a kick out of Zepeda explaining why he is not any B-side, and I love Torres. He just has that smile on his face, and I guess he enjoyed my call of his last fight, and he said he didn't mind that he went to 10 rounds. May do him some good here because Valencia doesn't, Zepeda rather doesn't look like he's going anywhere, does he?
Orlando Zepeda making this a very competitive fight. And again, both men viewing themselves as the favorite. Something that's phenomenal in a boxing main event.
Remember the former Hall of Fame baseball player, Orlando Zepeda. I think that was spelled with a C, though. Zepeda.
I'm not a baseball guy, but I do know that with the C.
Famer, yeah.
There's the clinch initiated by Luis Torres.
Torres coming in. He's the guy coming forward most, and that, I think, is what really the judges like here. Oh, nice
That's
shot there.
That's a good left hand and the left uppercut from Torres.
And that, he told us, is his favorite shot, the left uppercut.
This is a strong round 5 for Torres. He's definitely throwing with more power than we've seen from him since the opening round.
And accuracy. Not missing as much. Missed one there, but he's missed so many shots earlier. Now he's finally starting to find the range. There's another decent shot. Missed that one, came back and landed that one.
See the level change, the head movement from Zepeda. Good sequence, but a cuffing left hook to end that sequence. Right to the body from Torres. 1 minute now remaining, round number 5. Torres pulling back out to range, trying to pull Zepeda to the center of the ring.
Some of that body work by Zepeda is taking a little bit of toll. I just saw Torres take a big, deep breath. He still has a good snap on his legs, but he's missed so many shots, especially earlier. And the body shots that have landed by Zepeda, although not a big puncher, is zapping a little bit of the strength away.
There's a good left hand. Zepeda nearly sat into that punch. Zepeda now pointing to his chest, telling Torres to step forward into the pocket.
Yeah, and Torres backs off. Something he wasn't doing earlier, which, again, a sign that he might be getting a little tired.
Final seconds, round number 5. Very entertaining main event. 2 really talented, rapidly emerging fighters at 135 pounds. The bell, we move to round 6.
Los otros no quieren nada. ¿Está bien? Todo está bien, Coreano. Échale agua a los huevos. ¿Está bueno? Pásame la... ¿Está bueno?
You see Zepeda coming forward there. Torres misses with a shot, misses with a couple there, but again, keeps coming forward. Powerful combination attempted there. Good defense by Zepeda. Good stuff.
Referee Gabriel Lopez telling both fighters round number 6. Gabriel Lopez, the other referee on this card, Hamid Fonki, both very impressive tonight. They're keeping the fights flowing. This main event most definitely flowing.
This round, Zepeda comes out busy in the beginning of it.
Flurry to the body from Zepeda. Most of his volume has been at the body of Torres. Torres, though, has definitely shown that he is the heavier puncher. We knew that going in, but it's certainly been confirmed in this fight, at least with 2:20 remaining in round number 6.
Just noticed in the last round at one point, because I thought Torres, I gave him the round because of primarily because of the first part of the round, but he seemed he backed off a couple times. There wasn't much starch, and even now in this round, he's not throwing anything with any power. He's not throwing much at all, period. But again, there was a good shot, but perhaps some of those misses, wild misses early, and some of the body work, like right there, has made an impact on him.
Torres has missed a lot with overhands.
Yes.
Especially that overhand left.
And Sean, that takes a lot out of you. It really does. Good body work there by Zepeda.
Orlando Zepeda having a strong round number 6. The counter and the turn from Torres. Now Torres stepping forward.
Now he picks it up.
But there's the miss on the overhand left. Bolo punch with the left hand just off the mark.
I think he would be better off, Torres would be to come underneath and hooks rather than overheads, because those are the ones that Zepeda's ducking under.
Torres showing the power, partially blocked though on the shoulder by Zepeda. Zepeda can't get that left hand through. Gets the straight left though through from the southpaw stance. Good level change, the duck under from Torres. Torres back to work with the jab from range. Jab to the body from Orlando Zepeda. 55 seconds remaining, round number 6. There's the overhand left, Smitty, and that lands big for Torres. Zepeda now circling out. There is the punching power of Torres on display. Back to the body.
But every time he appears to be taking over the round, Zepeda comes back and does something. Nice body shot by Torres.
Now 25 seconds remaining, round number 6.
Really think Torres could make things a lot easier on himself if he would really establish the jab. It's a little late now, but he should have been doing it from the get-go. He's got that nice reach, perfect body for a lightweight fighter, but just doesn't throw the jab enough. And there's just no way you'll miss all those shots like that if it's coming behind the jab. You just won't. It sets it up. It establishes the distance.
That punch late. No warning, no admonition from referee Gabriel Lopez to Luis Torres. No complaint from Orlando Zepeda as we move to round 7.
Wow, look at that.
Absolutely stunning here. Marinaterra Hotel and Spa. We're at the Marinaterra Event Center on the beach, as you see, in San Carlos, Sonora, Mexico.
That's a great shot. Makes me want some of that Fusion CBD water, you know? Great shot.
That's James Smitty Smith. I'm Sean Wheelock. So glad that you were with us. Roy Jones Jr. Boxing live worldwide on UFC Fight Pass. Maximum of 2 rounds, 6 minutes remain in our main event. And again, such a pivotal fight for these 2 rapidly emerging young fighters. 18-year-old 8-0 Luis Torres, 23-year-old 9-1 Orlando Zepeda. To round number 7 we go. Big overhand left. Zepeda rocked for the first time in this fight.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's holding on like that.
Call that a slip. Ruled correctly as such by Gabriel Lopez. Torres right back into the pocket. Zepeda initiating that smartly to slow things down. Zepeda rocked here in round number 7. 2:30 remaining in this round. We'll see how hard Torres goes to capitalize on that big shot. But now firing back is Orlando Zepeda. He was most definitely rocked, though, Smitty.
You know what he did that was so smart, and I wish more fighters would do it. He grabbed and held on.
There was a big right hook that lands again from Torres, snapping the head back of Zepeda.
There's that left uppercut. That hurt him again.
Torres is measured. He's not opening up fully, but he's definitely throwing bigger here since he landed that huge overhand that rocked Zepeda. Zepeda with his back against the ropes, circling out. Torres cutting off the ring.
He should come underneath. Like that.
That uppercut lands flush.
That'll get the job done if he can forget those and go underneath with the uppercuts. I guess it's a little easier for me to see it down here, but that's what he needs to do. Everything should be underneath.
This is the most dominant round in either direction of the fight. But Zepeda continues to throw back. Lands an uppercut, then a short left hand. The lights just went out over the ring. We will see what referee Gabriel Lopez does.
I think there's still enough light to see. I think they should continue it. Still enough light.
And now time called by Lopez. And that's to address this delay. Make no mistake, this favors Orlando Zepeda.
Yeah, absolutely. But you know what? I think there's enough light that they can see each other. And there's only, what, a round and a half left?
We are deep into round number 7, scheduled for 8 of this main event. Luis Torres versus Orlando Zepeda. And the generator is smoking, which is not a good sign.
Well, I say fight on. There's enough light to get the rest of this done. If the fighters can see each other, I mean, I think they could fight on. It's a round and a half, that's all. But it's up to the fighters. That's who I'd leave it up to, and the referee, of course.
So, Smitty, if referee Gabriel Lopez were to end this fight and the lights cannot come back on, we've completed 4 rounds. Again, we're using the WBC Championship rules.
Right. You go to
be
the
a technical
scorecard
decision, including the 3 judges assigned by the Sonora Athletic Commission would score this partial round number 7.
Right. But I would say if as we wait, it's going to get dark. So you're going to have to ask these fighters now whether or not they can see and their corners and camps, and if the referee's okay, I say they fight on.
So both fighters, as you see, standing respectively in the 2 neutral corners.
Can you see?
And Luis Torres having his best round.
He just motioned down to me that he can see. So, I mean.
So referee Gabriel Lopez is not engaging with either fighter. He's not engaging with their corners.
Yeah.
He's waiting for the lights to come back on, but judging from that smoking generator, signs perhaps point to the negative.
Yeah. I think they should just go and let them fight. I mean, if they can see.
Okay. Box.
Awesome.
The decision from referee Gabriel Lopez without the lights, but the natural light as the sun is setting, we will continue. I think that is the correct decision from Gabriel Lopez.
Yeah. I fought my best in lighting like this. That really was a break for Zepeda, because he was in a lot of trouble there, Sean, and Torres was coming on.
Now 35 seconds remaining, round number 7. Forward pressure again from Luis Torres.
Nice combination there by Torres. Didn't land as solid, but he had something on it. Again, the beginning of this round, Zepeda was in a lot of trouble. Held on and fought himself back into the round, but a really good round.
Good right hand. Zepeda to the body. Big right hand just before the bell. A left.
One more round. All I need is a sailboat now, Sean, after this. Sail away after this. Beautiful round.
You definitely see the natural lighting.
Yeah.
It is 7 minutes past 6 local time here in Mexico. We're in U.S. Canadian Pacific time for those of you watching in the U.S. and Canada as a reference.
I have Torres ahead by 3 going into this final round.
Seconds out called. Final round is upon us. Both fighters have had their moments. Zepeda's done very well going to the body, exploding to the pocket, but Torres has landed the power shots, especially in round number 7, before the lights went out, that really rocked Orlando Zepeda in the opening 20 seconds of round number 7.
Yeah, look for both guys to just let it all go and let it all hang out here in this 8th and final round, and that's what they're doing.
Good left hand, short right to the body, comes right back from Orlando Zepeda. 2-punch combination, counter right hand from Zepeda. Both fighters opening up 8th and final round. Torres now the walk-down pressure, stepping with the left hand, misses with the left hook. Quick separation from Gabriel Lopez, right back to it. More body work from Zepeda. The lights have gone out. Now Smitty's microphone has gone out, but we fight on. Swing and a miss from Orlando Zepeda. Swing and a miss from Torres. 1:55 remaining 8th and final round. Torres back to the body. To the pocket, good right hand on the hook from Torres. More big shots. Zepeda looking to counter off the ropes. Back to the body he goes. 90 seconds remaining 8th and final round.
All right, I'm back, Sean.
The lights are still out, but happily your microphone is back on, Smitty. It's a good thing this fight is not scheduled for 12 rounds. I'm not sure we can complete 12 with the natural light. We're definitely going to complete 8, assuming it goes the distance. Big left hand.
Al Zepeda's really bounced back. I think that break helped him.
And a quick separation from Lopez. Torres coming forward. Zepeda right hook to the body. Initiates that clinch, does Orlando Zepeda. Torres most definitely not slowing down. If anything, he is speeding up here in the 8th and final round. Bouncing the step is Zepeda back to the center of the ring. 30 seconds remaining in this fight. 5-punch combination from Torres. Torres had a big 7th round, having a big 8th round here. Overhand left to the body, right hook. Straight 1-2, good right hand from Zepeda, continues to throw. Torres leaping into the pocket, Zepeda back to the body. The bell, the end of our main event. High quality from both Luis Torres and Orlando Zepeda. Luis Torres, Orlando Zepeda, going the distance, all 8 rounds, all 24 minutes at 135 pounds in our main event.
I have it 78-74 Torres. Basically the power, the punching power and the aggressiveness by Torres has him winning on my card. No.
Again, a reminder, and this is lights permitting because it's this venue and this ring. So far, we are scheduled to begin following RJJ Boxing live on UFC Fight Pass at 10 p.m. U.S. Canadian Eastern Time. MMA with Icon Fighting Federation 2. Set to feature the pro debut of Frank Mir's daughter, Bella Mir, as she faces Danielle Wynn. Again, that's lights permitting. I've been at numerous fights where the lighting grid has gone out. I've never been at one where the lights have not come back on, but the smoking generator, not an outstanding sign.
Those final 2 rounds, Torres really came on. Power punching, landed some good uppercuts. Zepeda hung in there. Holding on, and the lights going out really helped him when he was in trouble in that 7th round. Another good 8th round for Torres. Well, cemented it, but I have him up by like four points. So
the lights that you're seeing now, that's actually one of our television lights that we use for our on-camera segment. That's not the ring lights, but at least giving some light here. Still awaiting the tallying of the 3 State of Sonora Athletic Commission judges' scorecards. Zepeda had his moments, but Torres, for me, really showing his class, showing his punching power, an unbelievable poise at 18 years old.
Yeah, he did, despite everything that happened in there, and again, against a quality opponent who had no quit in him, that's for sure.
We send it to Jeff Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, after completing the scheduled 8 rounds, here are the score totals from our judges at ringside. Judge Cota scores the fight 78-75. Judge Arona scores the fight 78-74. And Judge Drew scores the fight 77-75 to the winner by unanimous decision, Luis Koreano Torres.
Look of bemusement on the face of Orlando Zepeda, and a big smile on the face of the Victor Luis Torres. Nice moment between these 2 ultra-talented fighters. A setback, but not devastating for the career of Orlando Zepeda. Drops to 9-2 at 23 years old, and that is a big win now. 9-0 for the 18-year-old Luis Torres. Most definitely a fighter to watch on the world scene at 135 pounds. In our main event of the evening, the winner by way of unanimous decision.